Right now, one of the biggest problems in modern warfare isn't missiles, it's math. Because when a $30,000 drone forces you to fire a $1 million interceptor, you're already losing. Night after night, low-cost drones are overwhelming even the most advanced air defenses in the world. And suddenly the question isn't just how to stop them, but how to do it without going bankrupt. Now here's the twist. The aircraft that might help solve this problem isn't a stealth fighter. It's the A-29 Super Tucano, a rugged propeller-driven aircraft originally built for counterinsurgency, not high-tech drone wars. And yet it may be exactly what modern battlefields need right now. In early March 2026, Embraer Defense and Security and US-based Valkyrie Aero announced a major partnership to integrate an advanced artificial intelligence suite called Gunslinger into the Embraer A-29 Super Tucano. This upgrade transforms the already proven light attack turboprop into a dedicated counter-unmanned aerial system (CUAS) platform, specifically designed to hunt and destroy low-cost, slow-moving drones like Iran's Shahed series. The timing couldn't be more relevant. As the US and its allies grapple with massed drone attacks in the Middle East and beyond, the economics of modern air defense are breaking. Firing a $1 million missile at a $20,000 to $50,000 Shahed drone simply isn't sustainable when those drones can come in swarms night after night. The A-29 Super Tucano, with its long loiter time, rugged design, and ability to carry affordable weapons, is suddenly being pitched as the smart, persistent solution the US Air Force and other operators have been looking for. Now, why the Super Tucano? Developed by Brazil's Embraer in the late 1990s as a modern evolution of the EMB-312 Tucano trainer, the A-29 quickly became one of the most successful light attack and counterinsurgency aircraft in the world. It has been selected by more than 22 air forces globally, with over 290 aircraft contracted and tens of thousands of combat hours logged, many of them in harsh, real-world conditions from Afghanistan to Africa and Latin America. The aircraft earned its reputation as a coin warrior, excelling at close air support, armed reconnaissance, intelligence gathering, and forward air control. It's rugged enough to operate from short, unprepared airstrips, simple to maintain in austere environments, and affordable to fly. But now, in 2026, it's getting a new mission: becoming a dedicated drone hunter. Powered by a single Pratt & Whitney turboprop engine, producing 1,600 shaft horsepower, the Super Tucano has a top speed of around 320 knots and a cruise speed closer to 280 knots. That's slow by jet standards, but it's actually a huge advantage when you're trying to engage propeller-driven or low-speed one-way attack drones that typically fly at 100 to 200 knots. Unlike fast jets that can overshoot or struggle to safely employ guns against slow targets, the A-29 can loiter comfortably at the same speed regime as the threats it's hunting. Its endurance is another game-changer. The aircraft can stay airborne for up to 8 to 10 hours depending on configuration, giving it the persistent presence that expensive fighters simply cannot match without burning through massive amounts of fuel and pilot hours. It operates at low altitudes with excellent visibility from its tandem cockpit, and it's equipped with modern sensors including an electro-optical/infrared turret that provides day/night targeting capability with laser designation. The real firepower comes from a smart mix of affordable weapons. Standard armament includes 2 wing-mounted .50 caliber machine guns. On its 5 hardpoints, the A-29 can carry laser-guided 70mm rockets, most notably the BAE Systems APKWS-2, which turns unguided hydro rockets into precision munitions at a fraction of the cost of air-to-air missiles. These guided rockets have already proven highly effective against drones in real combat. The aircraft can also integrate other precision munitions when needed, but for the counter-drone role, the combination of guns and cheap guided rockets is ideal. Here's where the March 2026 announcement gets exciting. Embraer and Valkyrie Aero are adding the Gunslinger AI suite. This system integrates with the A-29's existing sensors and data links to provide real-time tactical decision support. It accelerates the find, fix, finish cycle against drone swarms by helping the pilot quickly detect, track, prioritize, and engage multiple low-cost threats. Instead of relying solely on human reaction time in a chaotic swarm attack, Gunslinger gives the crew an AI edge, cueing the EO/IR sensor, suggesting optimal engagement windows and enabling faster, more efficient use of guns and rockets. The operational concept is straightforward and elegant. Ground radars or other sensors provide initial cueing via data link. The A-29's EO/IR turret locks on, the laser designates if needed, and the pilot engages with either .50 caliber gunfire or APKWS rockets. Because the weapons are relatively inexpensive, a guided rocket costs in the ballpark of $20,000 to $35,000, compared to hundreds of thousands or millions for traditional missiles. The math finally works in favor of the Defender. Operating costs tell the rest of the story. The A-29 is famously cheap to fly, roughly $1,500 per flight hour or less in many operator fleets. That's a different universe compared to fourth or fifth generation fighters that can easily exceed $20,000 to $40,000 per hour. When you're running persistent patrols to protect bases, cities, or shipping lanes from nightly drone incursions, that cost difference becomes decisive. You can put far more flight hours in the air for the same budget, maintaining constant coverage instead of sprinting jets that have to return to base after short sorties. The Super Tucano isn't just a theoretical solution, it already has a strong track record. U.S. Special Operations Command used A-29s extensively in Afghanistan for light attack and training missions. Sierra Nevada Corporation builds them in Jacksonville, Florida for U.S. partners. And the aircraft has been integrated with Link 16 data links and advanced avionics. Other nations, including several in Europe and the Middle East, are now evaluating or expressing interest in the counter-drone configuration. Even Poland sent a delegation to Brazil in early 2026 to look at the A-29 specifically as a potential Shahed hunter within a layered air defense system. This revival makes perfect sense in the broader context of great power competition and hybrid warfare. Adversaries like Iran have mastered the art of quantity over quality, flooding defenses with cheap, attritable drones and loitering munitions. Traditional air defense systems built around expensive surface-to-air missiles were never designed for this kind of volume. Fast jets armed with advanced missiles face the same economic mismatch. The result is an unsustainable missile sponge problem, where defenders burn through high-end interceptors faster than they can be replaced. The A-29 offers a practical middle layer, a manned, reusable platform that can patrol for hours, use low-cost effectors, and integrate into a broader kill web that includes ground-based systems, directed energy weapons, and high-end fighters reserved for the most sophisticated threats. It's the modern equivalent of using propeller-driven fighters to chase V-1 buzz bombs in World War II, matching the threat's speed and economics while preserving expensive assets for higher priority targets. Of course, the concept isn't without challenges. Critics point out that a turboprop is inherently more vulnerable in contested airspace with advanced surface-to-air missiles. The A-29 has no stealth and limited self-protection compared to a fighter. Its relatively light armor and single-engine design mean it's best suited for permissive or semi-permissive environments. Exactly the kind of asymmetric fights we see against Iranian-backed militias or in counterinsurgency scenarios, but less ideal against peer adversaries with dense integrated air defenses. There are also questions about scalability and industrial base. While Embraer and Sierra Nevada can produce the aircraft relatively quickly, Integrating Gunslinger and proving the full counter-drone capability in realistic swarm scenarios will take time. Demonstrations are targeted for the second half of 2026, with operational availability following for interested customers. The U.S. Air Force itself has not yet committed to a large fleet, though the idea of using light attack aircraft for drone defense has been discussed in various studies and experiments for years. Supporters argue this is exactly the kind of pragmatic, cost-effective thinking the Pentagon needs in an era of budget pressures and proliferating cheap threats. The A-29 doesn't try to be everything to everyone. It's not a replacement for F-35s or F-22s. Instead, it fills a critical gap, providing affordable, persistent air power where it matters most against the drone swarms that are reshaping modern conflict. President Trump and senior defense officials have repeatedly emphasized the need to restore American industrial strength and field capabilities that actually match the threats of today rather than yesterday's peer-on-peer assumptions. While the Trump-class battleship program grabs headlines for its sheer scale and symbolism, programs like the upgraded A-29 represent a quieter but equally important shift: fighting smart, fighting cheap when the enemy does the same. What do you think? Is the A-29 the perfect low-cost drone hunter for the modern battlefield, or do we still need to rely primarily on high-end systems and emerging directed energy weapons? Would you rather see investment here or in pure drone-on-drone solutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, especially if you've flown the Tucano or worked counter-drone ops. Like and subscribe for more defense analysis, and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss the next big story. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.